Hey, everybody, welcome back to another RSG lunch stream. I'm Ranger J 1999, your host and part of the RSG crew. Glad to have everybody here on a hump day. It is Wednesday, which means we're doing the lunch stream, and then we will have our big show tonight, the longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes community. So you can check that out at 8 p.m. Eastern. But we're here for the lunch stream to bring you something fun to listen to. We are dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube. So glad to have everybody in both those channels. Good morning to everybody in the chat. I see everybody. How's everybody doing? Hello to everybody. Glad to see you guys here. And if you guys are new and wondering what this is the lunch stream where we just hang out with you guys for the next hour. We're trying to keep it to an hour, and the way it works is we're just going to do a roster review. We're going to answer your questions, kind of talk about what's going on in the game. If you have a question, make sure you put it in the chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement. If you don't, I will not catch it. I'm the only one collecting questions, so it's on you, not me. So help me, help you, help me. So make sure you do that. Super chat questions will have priority. So we'll get to as many questions as we can, but not to worry. If we don't get to all the questions, guess what? We have this awesome thing called Discord. You can come to the Discord, ask your questions there. We have an incredible community of people that will help you with any of your Star Wars Galaxy Heroes questions. And if you have questions directly to us, just ask us. That's what we're there. That's why it's there. So glad to have you there. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. Also, if you haven't followed us on Twitch, you have a Twitch account, come check us out on Twitch. And speaking of Twitch, I got my boy Grim the Mechanic watching Twitch as we speak, right, Mr. Grim?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So it's just me and Grim. That's it. Everyone else is just, it's a busy week for everybody. So, you know, Finn's not going to be here all week. So he's got a lot of stuff going on. We are putting out more videos, guys. We got a lot of videos coming out for you guys. So today we have another video coming out at 3 p.m. Eastern. Coming up soon will be our first lore video. So we got a lot of content we're just going to start pumping out for you guys. You guys have been asking for it. So me and Finn have been up late at night, pumping out, doing videos for you guys. Reactions to everything that's going on in the game, and then doing guides, things that you guys want or requesting. So we're going to really start breaking some stuff down for you guys. You guys want more videos. Fans want, fans receive. That's just the way it is. So, and if you haven't already, if you want to support the channel, we have Super Chat where you can just put anything in. But if you have a question that you want priority, put that in Super Chat. But if you just want to donate because you want to support the channel, that's fine. We have our Patreon. Love our Patreon sponsors. If you'd like to become a Patreon sponsor because you love the content and would like to see us, all proceeds that we get, funds, we put right back to the stream. So new skins, new software, new computers, more capabilities, better equipment, better microphones. It all goes back there. So, I mean, one day I'd like to make enough in YouTube where I can do this full time and just live off hookers and blow, but that ain't happening anytime soon.
Yeah, and hopefully one day Ranger will be able to eat real food.
Yeah.
No more ramen and Taco Bell sauce packets.
Yeah, I'm sick of them.
That's one of the goals.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so go ahead and get your questions in. Glad to see everybody in chat. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So we will do that. So yeah, let's get into it. Sorry, I'm itching my nose a lot. Allergies are killing me, man. When I get allergies, it's my nose just itches like crazy, and I can't do anything about it. I took some Benadryl, but it ain't helping. So all it does is makes me my nose run more, and that's just not a pleasant thing, you know.
I lucked out on that today, man. It's been raining ever since last night, so it's got all the crap out of the air today, so I'm no longer sneezing, at least for a little while.
Through March, beginning of April, it rained like mad. For the whole part of this year, it's been raining like mad, but now it's just been nice, pleasant weather. Don't get me wrong, I love the weather. Makes it easier to go work out in, but we do need some rain, get rid of this pollen. It is really kicking my ass. So if you have allergies, God bless you. I salute you because I know how crappy that is. But we have a roster review today, and I'm going to pull that up right now. And today we are going to be doing, is that a fact? Is that what we're doing? Make sure I've got the right one. We do have the right one. Okay. So today Let me pull this up. I would just like to point out that the Velociraptor is back. I guess now that we've gotten the pickle situation under control, they're pushing the life-size Velociraptor. I still don't understand what makes them think that in their algorithm that I would want a life-size Velociraptor. I don't do anything with dinosaurs. I don't watch, other than watching the movies once. No. I don't do it. So I think they think, well, they bought the damn pickle. Maybe they'll buy the giant life-size Velociraptor for $1,800. No, we're not. No one ever buy this for me. I will be very upset. I will not be happy. There's a lot more stuff on the Amazon wish list that we're putting on that if you want to get stuff, and people want to get us stuff all the time, for the longest time, I hated it. I didn't want it. I felt uncomfortable. And then certain people were like, shut up, Ranger. We like to do stuff for you. I'm like, okay, thank you for the gift. I'll just take it, So I don't want
one of these days, though, you're gonna have the doorbell ring and you're gonna open it. There's gonna be this giant freaking crate.
I'm gonna stream and go crazy. I'm gonna burn that damn thing if I get it sent to me, man, because I have nowhere to put it. I don't want it. Please do not. There's other stuff on the Amazon wish list much cheaper, $10-$20 that you can get any of us. We all have a wish list, so please don't get me this stupid thing. I was surprised I got the only pickle, but I can deal with the only pickle because it's like what, $5, $9, whatever it is. So.
Well, and it's tiny.
It's tiny, yeah. I can it's right next to me. I can put it, just out of sight, out of mind. So, so what else? 33 is like, shut up and take our money. It is, it's a strange thing when you're not used to that. For my whole life, I've been very independent. I've always done things on my own. I've never really. Gotten things. I never sought anything, right? And the things that I've done, whether it's school or Rangers school and the stuff I did in the military, I didn't do that for anything other than for other people and just to prove things to myself. So kindness is not something I was, people giving is something I'm just not used to, right? I've never sought it out. So when we started doing the channel and people wanted to do it, it was a foreign concept to me because I was just not in that mindset that, people might just like you and might like to do something for you. And so, I've always been in a selfless mode. So I've had to get used to that, guys. So bear with me. It's a new concept. I'm not used to it. It's humbling. It's very humbling. You have people like that are generous. But it's still weird, and I'm still trying to get used to it. So give me a little bit of time. I'm still adjusting to it. So, but today we are doing Jimbo's profile, but that's not who Jimbo is. Who do you think Jimbo is? If you had to take a guess, there, Grim.
I think that's one of our newer viewers.
That's right. This is Skywalker Vader. Yes. So we are doing Skywalker Vader and
from the cold part of the world up in Canada.
Oh, good Lord, not the frozen tundra of Canada. Oh my God. And they are in the guild Strange Creatures. And let's see what Skywalker Vader. I hope he's in chat. I think I saw him. I think I wished him a good morning. Yep. Oh, he said my roster review today. That's me. No, we're gonna be nice. We always are. He says, please look at my mods. I have on Gear 12 character and see that they make sense. Well, we can do that. Here's what I'm currently working on. Farming and gearing up. How do you suggest that I'm overlooking would be appreciated? Also, look things that I've overlooked. Also, ships and teams. I'm working on mods. Been slicing them up. Also, just a general look at how they're doing. My arena team can't get over 45 rank. Please look at the mods that I have on them. And any suggestions you have, please. Well, we can do that. So let's look at your arena team. So we've got, we're running the Jedi Knight Revan team, standard team. And then your fleet looks pretty solid. You got the Millennium Falcon. Yeah, we're changing this lineup. No. TIE Silencer's got to go. You need to put Biggs in here. I can tell you that right off the bat. I'm fine with... You need to go more... We need to look at your roster and see if we can change that up. But yeah, I definitely would put Biggs in your starting lineup. It's a better lineup for you than Silencer. Silencer is really good, but he just doesn't have the synergy that a lot of the Rebels do in that. But we'll get into that here in a little bit. But let's look at your arena team. We'll just look at your speed, your Revan. and look at the mods you have on there. All right, speed set and crit damage. I like that. What's your general speed? 286. Not going to cut it. Now, I don't know if you have the gear 12 pieces on your character. I'm going to check that out. I'm going to go look at the other mods. He's got to be above 300 for you to be really have any chance in arena. Especially with the Darth Revan teams coming out. The faster your Jedi Knight Revan gives you an opportunity to go first, and gives you a much better shot against the Darth Revan teams and other Jedi Knight Revan teams. Now, against Jedi Knight Revan teams, you cannot go first and still do well, but now with Darth Revan into the mix, we're going to have to get your Jedi Knight Revan faster. So let's look at your other characters on here for your arena team. That's the first thing. So we'll look at your mods in general to see if we can do that. Grandmaster Yoda. No, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I mean, the speed's okay. It's 258, but your offense is... You need to go more offense-oriented with Yoda. Sorry. I mean, if you want... Yoda is not about his speed. It's about how hard he hits. I mean, you can go speed, but when I've seen Yoda with speed, correct me if I'm wrong, Grim, it's much faster. It's either... Now, I do like the crit damage on here, but...
Oh, I see one way for him to get his Revan faster.
What's that?
At the moment, he's got a 14 speed triangle, a 6E triangle. It's only 14 speed, crit chance with crit damage primary. Mm-hmm. Well, yes, that's good. You're really hurting yourself for speed, where you got like a health primary potency triangle that is 20 speed on Traya.
Yeah.
I mean, in some ways, it's you don't really want to handicap yourself by putting a lower speed item just to get a set, unless it's like the speed set, of course. I mean, that'll increase your Jedi Knight Revan to, let's see here, that's an extra 6. So that'll push him to 292, mm-hmm. which is very nice. And let's see here. I wonder if he's got a decent circle here.
The reason I'm saying offense, that you need to focus more on offense with him and have an offensive set. His speed, his speed's not the thing with Yoda. It's about how hard he hits, because on his basic he gets turn meter. On his AoE he gets a full shot and can go again. And with the constant call and assisting that you should be doing with Yoda, he is your primary focus on all the call and assist. Whether it's Jolee, Bastila, Revan, it doesn't matter. He is going to get his turn meter and get his opportunity to go. So you want him hitting as hard as you can. And he's going to be picking up turn meter every time he's using a basic ability. And if you can get yours, mine's like over 7,000. Mine hits hard. Let's not joke around. Anything over 7,000, he is going to nuke, folks. And that's really where you want to have your focus on, and why we say you want offensive set on there with him. Because you want him hitting as hard as he can. If you go and look at my Yoda and the mods that I have on him, yeah, I have some speed on him. He's over 200 speed, I think, but that's just because the mod has it. If you look at the mods that I have on there, and you can look at my profile, Skywalker, it's straight up. I'll show it here. Let me just pull it up on screen. I didn't know why I'm saying look at my profile, but so let's look at my Yoda. Pull it up. Here's Grandmaster Yoda. So you can see that the stats that I have, when you go to his stats, speed's not important. You know, he's 243. No, I'm not worried about his speed. It's just special damage. I'm over 7,000. And this makes him ridiculous when he hits. So this is kind of what you're shooting for with your Grandmaster Yoda. It may take some work on your mods and stuff. Maybe you have the mods, but this is kind of ideally where you want your Grandmaster Yoda. So when he's getting call and assist, he's really hitting hard, and he is your nuker. I mean, that's the guy you want doing what he does. All right, let's go back to your profile. So that's your Yoda. So there's some work to do there. I would switch that out. Jolie, let's see where you're at. Fine. I have no problem with what Jolie is. Health, defense, protection. Yeah, you're 45. You're over 40,000 on both. 40,000 health and protection on him. Perfect. Not a problem there. Kenobi is pretty simple. I'm sure I'm going to see that. You need to do some slices on the mods, but you're at over 80,000 protection. I ain't got a problem with that either. He's fine. And then Bastila, yeah, I'm fine with that. Speed set, get her going. Yeah, and she's got a lot of health and protection. I like that as well. So she's fine as well. It's really the two key components that are going to help you with your arena rank: getting revving faster and getting offensive set and damage for Yoda. That's where you're going to make your money. So there you go.
Yeah, there's I'm sifting through his mods so I can help him get his revving a little bit faster here. Did
Helenix
just circles? What?
Did Helenix just quote Paula Abdul? Get the hell out. The 80s called Helenix. They said they want your singer back. Get out of here. Straight up, now tell me it's gonna be. No, I do like that song though. Oh my god. All right, you were saying the circle,
but yeah, the triangle you'll want to swap out for that 20 that's on Treya. The circle mod, I'd recommend swapping the one that's on Revan with the one that is on Bastila. That'll give your Revan 2 additional speed.
Yeah, we want to get that speed.
So that'll be up them to 294. And then let's see here. Do you have any speed crosses that'll help? Nope, you have your fastest speed cross on them. So yeah, that'll get you an additional 8 speed, which should help, really. The closer you can get them to 300 or above, the better.
Yeah. So take that modding. Hey,
good God, who would have thought that I'd be talking about mods?
I know. Now they're quoting Silverbolt Ranger's a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes. Uh-oh. He's been telling lies. Oh my God. Talk about that. Talk about taking it back to the day. Okay, so let's go into just his characters. Well, let's look at his ships real quick. I want to go to the ship lineup.
Okay.
Since we're on this page, Silencer's got to go in your starting lineup. Now that you've got the Millennium Falcon and Chimera, so let's look at your ships because you really want to be running home 1 with this lineup.
It's got a 7-star home 1.
Yeah, you need to start running home 1. Biggs needs to be in your starting lineup along with Houndstooth and Millennium Falcon, especially since your Millennium Falcon is 5 stars. You need to protect that bad boy, and you get the call and assist and everything else. The rest of your reinforcements I'm fine with. Maybe think about Wedge. I do like Phantom coming off the bench. If you want to use Poe, if you want another tank with Slave 1, I don't have a problem with that. But you really want as many Rebels as you can get coming off the bench. The 2 that I really recommend that you work on and get in there is Cassian's U-Wing. Biston's U-Wing is really, really good as well. But Biston's U-Wing is something further down the line. But your Cassian, he needs to be in your reinforcements. Even at where you have your character gear and stuff, it's not so much about him doing damage, it's just his abilities, so get his abilities up. When he comes in off the bench, he wipes out all the buffs on the other team. Then he can do a whole bunch of stuff for your other top heavy-hitting teams, like your Falcon and stuff, and your your Phantom. He can call and assist, he can stealth people, he can remove debuffs, he can... he just does a lot. He can target lock, which is huge on that team. So get your Cassian U-Wing going, and he needs to be in your reinforcements. I think Wedge can go in your reinforcements if you can get him up there. Phantom definitely, but your starting lineup needs to be the MILF with Houndstooth, and it definitely needs to be Biggs. You got to protect your Millennium, and you need to start running Helm 1. I mean, Chimera is great, but not for that lineup. That's what the meta is, man. It's boring, but it is what it is. And if you want to be more successful in ships, that's what you need to run. So, All right, so let's look at it. Let's just look at his characters, just general overall. Let's just start going through these. Looks pretty solid. I'm seeing a lot of gear 12s and 11s on a lot of these characters. I like it. Let's just start looking at each one. Bounty hunters look really good.
Nice.
Yeah, look really good. You got your Django. He's 7 stars. You can get him to higher gear and start running him in the lineup. Bounty hunter look great, man. I like that. That's a good defensive team for you in TWGA. Let's go to First Order. See how your First Order is. Looks really good. Need the other Zeta eventually on Colorado Mass. I understand that you don't necessarily have him. You're probably saving your Zetas, and the other one will be on First Order Stormtrooper. But you've got the leader. That's at least something. And you need to work on Executioner when you get a chance to farm. You may be farming for. Well, let's see where you're doing with your Old Republic. Let's look at your. Where we got. Let's start with Sith Empire. All right, Basilisk 6, so we're working on her. She's definitely really amazing. Definitely a character you want to get to 7 stars. You'll need her. I see that you're HK-47 son. That's fantastic. Let's look at the other.
Yeah, it looks like he's working on trying to farm up the rest that are required for Darth Revan.
Yeah.
Because Canderous is at 6 star, Karth is at 4, and Juhani's at 4.
Yeah, so this is your farming priority. The only thing you're missing now is the Darth Revan Malak combination. So you need to work on these characters for the Darth Revan event. You're going to need them gear. Zeta I recommend is Karth. Having done the event and knowing how much easier it is with the Karth Zeta. The other Zetas eventually you want to put on, but if you're going to beat the Darth Revan event, you're going to need the Zeta on Karth. The other two I would recommend is Mission. At least you don't necessarily need on Zalbar. I didn't have it on Zalbar, but she's another one that you want because when you go for Malak, she's going to be one that you want. And remember, these characters are not just going to need to be farmed to 7 stars. You're going to have to do the gear on them because
Gear 11 with a Zeta or Gear 12 with pieces.
One, the Revan events on Phase 5 is no joke. It can be done with lower gear tiers, but that's a little bit RNG dependent. And the other thing too is that when you're going for Malak, you've seen me do the event, you have to have the characters at a certain level just to qualify and then to be able to beat the event. So this is going to kind of be your priority for your farms right now. Anything else is just immaterial. Let's go to, I'm just going down the line for the rest of your teams. Imperial Troopers look solid. They're gear 11. Stark needs work. You got to get, for your trooper team, farm Stark out of the store, get him to 7 stars, and if you really want your this is a great offensive team. It really is. You saw me yesterday beat a bounty hunter team with it, because if you're going to come with me with the scrub bounty hunter team, I'm going to take my troopers in there and just smoke you. But they're really, really, really good, and the key is the Zeta Veers and Stark, but this is something you can work on later on. But you can farm Stark. He is out of the store, so you can farm Stark while you're working on your Old Republic and stuff for your Darth Revan and Malak. Let's see here. Night Sisters, see how your Night Sisters look really good. I like this. Mother Talzin, eventually you'll need a Zeta on her Plague Bearer. That's one you're missing. So if you can, you may want to do that. That'd be one I would do now, because that really rounds out that team. Plague Bearer is really nice, and this will get you more score in Phase 4 of the Heroic Sith Raid, and just makes you much more potent on defense or offense when you're using the Night Sisters. So definitely get Plague Bearer. Night Sisters, we've already looked at Old Republic. Don't need to look at Jedi. Let's look at your Resistance. Looks solid as hell. This is your Phase 1 team. Looks really good. 3PO's done. I like that. Gear 11 Finn, perfect. I like this. Very good job on your Resistance.
Sith?
Yeah, I'm going to Sith. Sith look great.
His Trey is almost 7 stars.
Looks
nice.
Great. 2 Zetas, like it. Fallen Basilisk, get her to 7 stars. You can actually use her on that team. She's really, really good.
I definitely recommend her Zeta too, when you're able to put them down, because her Zeta is one of the better ones. That 50% potency to your leader and her is very nice.
All right. Sith look great. Great job on your Sith. Is there anything else I really want to look at?
I think those Scoundrels. Did we look at Scoundrels already?
We can, but he's not really going to be doing anything with these teams. His emphasis 12 with the Zeta perfect. The rest look really solid. A lot of good Scoundrels in there, and the other ones he's working for the Revan event, so he's going to get that. I wouldn't worry about Kieran the rest. You've got too much other stuff you got to worry about right now. But the Scoundrels you do have look fantastic, and then Rebels. We'll look at them real quick, but I think your Rebels are going to look dynamite, and I'm going to be correct in that. Look at all those Gear 12s, fantastic. Even at the Gear 12 PAL, golly. So yeah, this is a dynamite team that you can use on offense. Looks really good. I like it. You're doing a great job, man. Well, so
let's see what Urza would think about his roster. Oh, no Tuskens.
No Tuskens. Good job. Don't listen to Urza. Friends don't let friends do crap with Tuskens. If I had been able to get my hands on Urza before the day he did all this stuff, I would have been like, Urza, no! Don't do it! Come on, buddy, don't do it! Grab my hand! Would have had that Beauty and the Beast moment where I'm like trying to pull him away. Like, no! Urza, don't do it! But no. Those are really down the line. You should not be messing with Tuskens. But overall, your roster looks fantastic. Let's just get those. Let's just get ready for the Revan event. You're going to need 8 Zetas. Well, actually 10. You need the one for Mission Karth, in my opinion, and then you need to save up the other 8 for 3 for Darth Revan, 2 for Malik. You need, the ones for HK and Basla. It's a lot of Zeta and.
Yeah, that team takes 7 Zetas, doesn't it?
8 in total, and then
man,
yeah. And then you need the one for Karth and Mission. So for the next few months, if you want to get Karth and Mission done first, and then just start hoarding all your Zetas that you can, I would recommend that. And if you want to do the Zetas on HK and Basila, that's fine. But you're going to need the 3 for Darth Revan, and eventually focus on the 3 for Darth Revan and HK and Basila, just so you can get Malik undone. If you don't have the Zetas for Malik when you unlock them, that's okay. You can keep farming. So really, if you want to work on Karth and Mission, and then the 6 you need for the Darth Revan team, that's fine. Don't worry about the ones for Malik until you get those squared away, and then start saving additionally for those. So that's kind of how you want to approach it. No, it's not a story time. I'm not Urza. Like, it was a dark night in Tatooine. I had hooked up with this. No, I'm not doing that.
The night was moist.
This is my story. Urza. Oh, it's my boy.
But yeah, all in all, good roster.
Yeah,
good. Just
let's look at
work on getting your Jedi Knight Revan faster. Consolidate your mods onto Revan, do the offense mods for your Grandmaster Yoda and the Old Republic and Sith Empire. And
there's still some more slicing that needs to be done here. I just pulled his mods up, speed secondary. So there's a lot of mods here that you can make even better. Man, that 16 speed circle on Chirpa is nice. 16 speed protection cross on Mace. Whoa, get that off of him. Put him on a better 10. BB-8. So if you want to continue slicing these blues and purples, see if you can get some hits to get them higher, I definitely would do that. And then if you want to keep farming your 60 stuff, you got some really nice mods here that if you go the one on Thrawn, the one on Treya, definitely the one on Bastila. Yeah, there's some mods here that could definitely get you some higher speeds. But these blues and purples, we definitely need to see what we can get from them. There's a lot of them that have good speeds on them that have hit 3s. Yeah, 3s. That you can definitely see, especially these blues down here. You might be able to get a couple more speed hits on them and see if you can maybe get into the 20 range. So keep slicing your mods is my recommendation. You want to get this sheet all gold with your speeds. There's no guarantee that you're going to hit speeds, but the more slicing you do, the odds are you're eventually going to start hitting on some of those. You may not. You can join me in that category, but it's something you still need to keep working on. So All right, so that's kind of your roster review, Skywalker. I like a lot of what you've done here. Your roster looks great. You're in a great position. Let's get those Old Republic and tunes ready for Revan. Let's get the materials saved up. Let's get them all ready to rock and roll so that when Revan comes around, you're ready just to get them, gear them up, put the Zetas on them, get your Malak, gear them up, put the Zetas on. Let's do it. And I think you'll be in a great spot because you really have everything else you need. Your teams look great. I mean, there's some stuff here and there, but nothing that stands out that I'm like, oh my God, you need to do this. So
yeah, just some minor changes, and that's pretty much it. You'll be good to go.
Yeah, let's do those mod recommendations for Revan. Offense on Yoda. Let's change that up. Let's get him squared away. The rest of your team is fine. And then keep slicing. Keep your farming plan. I like what you're doing. Keep rocking and rolling. Take those recommendations we said for ships, and I think it'll be great, man. You're doing really good. So just take those recommendations, and of course, if you have any questions moving forward, Skywalker, just get with us. You know where to find us. You're in our Discord. You can reach out to me personally if you have any questions, and we'll get you squared away. That's what we do when we do a roster review. And if you would like a roster review, all you need to do is send your GG page to Finity, F-I-N-I-T-Y, Reality Skewed Gamers Discord, and send him your GG page. Send him a little bit of list of what you want. Give him 24 hours. If he doesn't respond, send him another message. Make sure he responds. He'll let you know that he's in the queue. Make sure he does that. When your turn comes in 3 to 4 weeks, then he will ask again if there's anything you want to change. He'll let you know what day and time so you can watch it live. That's kind of how it works. Awesome. Proposed ruin question: why did all my notifications fail for me for the lunch stream? That's YouTube, man. YouTube is pissing me off, man. I swear.
Yeah. 1 hour later, after the stream is over, I'll finally get a notification for this one.
Shout out to WRV2643 over there in Twitch. He says hello there. Hello there to you, my friend. And let us get to some questions. Remember, guys, if you want your question at the top, super chat it. If not, I'm just going to go in the order that I received them. So it'll be top down. So let's do this. Let me get to some questions. Actually, let me put some gameplay on. If my mouse will work with me. Stupid ass mouse. All right. Oh, there it is. Okay. And I'm running. I got Malak to 9, so I'm going to run him in the team here. So we'll just run Malak with this and GW. I'll put that on auto. There you go. Go get him, Malak. Go do some work. Oh, it's over. Well, that was quick. All right. Question 17. Come on. Darth Teflon question: how would you mod Malak for Arena? I would definitely health and protection the hell out of him and speed. He is nasty. Hey, there's a couple ways you can go with it. I'm going to go tenacity, defensive set, health set, but it's going to be speed, and the primaries are going to be health and protection. So you can kind of look what I just threw mods on him just to throw mods on him. You can see I've got just crap mods on him right now. I just put speed set and health because he's not ready for my better mods. I'm not bothering. So, but if I was to do it, you could go tenacity, defense, health with as fast speed as you can get him, and then you health and protection because he is nasty.
Yeah, I agree because I fought my first Gear 12 Darth Revan Malak team today, and the guy that I was fighting, he didn't mod him correctly, so I was able to shut his Malak down. His Malak never got to take a turn.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But this team with Malak is just, it's sick. It's sick. And if you guys have questions, keep them coming in. Twitch, for the next 30 minutes, we're doing questions. I'll try to get through as many as I can. Matt Bailey, question: with the upcoming Republic reworks and with all the Darth Revan debuffs, do you think GM Lead could become viable? No, I don't think
it's doubtful.
No,
but I mean, you never know.
It could. I'm just looking on paper. No, I don't think so. You know, we were kind of we're always theory crafting, and that's just not one that I think is going to be able to do anything. Not against old DR. And with the Republic reworks, they don't do anything for Grandmaster Yoda enough to. If he was the lead with the reworks, having looked at him, not enough to overcome the Darth Revan team. And we will have a video about that at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern today, so check that out when it comes out. Darth Sign 1972 question: at what point does CG need to be concerned about whales and Krakens quitting the game? I've had 2 whales quit from my fleet shard from 5 from Arena. Thoughts from the panel? I don't think there's concern.
Well, to be honest, it's not really the whales that they make the most money off of. It's the newer players.
Yeah, because for every
they even each other out when you think about it.
For every old whale Kraken that's quitting the game, right? And trust me, I have had a few in my shard and things that have left too. There's a bunch of new people, I don't even know who they are, that have whaled out. So they're cycling in people in and out. So we're losing all these Krakens that have moved the game for a long time, and it sucks, right? But they've got a new source of income with all these new players coming in that are spending tons of money. So it's not hitting them financially yet. It's not gonna be till people just stop spending money. Period. Because the cycle of people, new players coming in that are spending money just as much as the Krakens did, you know. So I don't see it's having an effect on the bottom line for a while. Epicass question: Vormax here. Looks like General Kenobi, JKA, and Tano plus 2 could be really cool in Phase 1 of the Heroic Sith Raid and Heroic Death Raid 2. Your thoughts? No. Heroic, I mean, the AAT is the AAT, yes. They could do some damage there. But I don't know what the other 2 you're going to use on the Galactic Republic team with that team. Now, they are able to get health and protection back, so they are going to be a good Phase 1 team. I think it's a good, strong possibility. I don't know what lineup we're going to run with that yet. There's still more reworks coming down the line and new characters that we can expect. So I like the changes that they did. It's pretty cool. You'll see on the video at 3 p.m. Eastern. I could see them doing some good damage in Heroic Sith. I don't know if it's going to be the same level as, say, JTR is at the moment. Phase 2 they could probably do really well too, but I don't know if they're going to do as well as Jedi Knight Revan is there. I mean, I did 8.5, almost 9 million damage yesterday with Jedi Knight Revan in the Heroic Sith Raid. So will they be able to contribute to damage? I think so. Will they be at those levels? That I don't know. We'll have to see what kind of comp we can come up with, but there is good, strong possibilities there, so we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Sith Lord 72 question: at what point does CG need to be accountable for the constant nerfs and kit updates? Every time a new character is released, some other characters gets nerfed. Do you feel frustrated as well? Yeah.
Definitely.
Finn said it great yesterday. If you're going to put out a new character, it's got to be tested better. I mean, what are we doing? If you're going to put Malik in the game, he should have been tested out to the yin-yang, and to where there was no issues whatsoever with him coming into the game, especially a ancient journey legendary character. Now some characters like Marquis maybe you don't test as much, and there's a bug. I mean, bugs and stuff happen in the game. They're just, you can't foresee everything. I don't mind a bug once in a while, but it's a consistent pattern, and then things happen. 3PO comes to the game, they have to change Finn, and it's like, do you think about these things and test these things before you bring them into the game?
Well, like when they decide to do a fix for a new character, put a little bit more thought into it. I mean, this one's just like, seriously, nerf an entire faction just for the new character because of one character that's countering them.
Well, it's more than one.
Okay, but
this had a profound impact on Palpatine, Sith Assassin, and in some ways Sith Marauder.
And Nihilus.
And Nihilus. So it's just got to be tested better, guys. So please, CG, test it better.
Yeah. We got a question on Twitch.
Oh, what's the question?
From Neo Venom.
Oh,
he says, "What
do
you think of?" Actually, we were just talking about this. What do you think of Palp's nerf / Malik's unnecessary rework, and what do you think of JKA's Snips and GK's rework?
Well, you'll see that in the video we'll do at 3 p.m. I like it. I think it's cool. They did some good stuff there. Nothing overpowered. You know, nothing earth-shattering, but it's going to be interesting, the dynamic, and you'll see in the video at 3 p.m. Eastern. We break it down.
I think Anakin might be a force to be reckoned with now, because instead of gaining 100% turn meter, he gets a bonus turn.
He's going to be really good. Again, I don't oversee. Are they going to be meta? No. But
doubtful.
3v3, that team's going to be dynamite. Look out for that team in 3v3, and look out for them in other aspects of the game. The changes they made, more about Ahsoka than anything. Kenobi got some stuff, and then Anakin got some stuff, right? They just added some additional things and stuff, but Ahsoka, man, they really went in on her, and she does some really nice things now. So that's a team to look out for. We just talked about that Neo Venom. What do you think of the Palps nerf, Malik's unnecessary rework? I mean, look, they need to test more. You know, they're trying to balance the way they think they need to be balanced.
With more power creep, which is not a good idea.
Well, they did say in the road ahead, in defense of CG, which I hardly ever do, that they are looking to get to where there are multiple teams. Finn brought up yesterday, we already had it. We had a good, solid mix of Palp, Jedi Knight Revan, and Darth Revan. But people that went through the hell that got Malik, you know, they want to make sure that that character is overpowered, which is the way they view it, and, you know, that's the way it's going to be. You know, you just have to deal with it, you know. So, what are they going to do in the future from this point moving forward? I keep waiting for them to move to that next step in progression. I haven't seen it to where a character comes out and it's amazing and it's not ridiculous. We're going to have to see. There's a lot of stuff coming in the game with Clone Wars. We'll see what happens. There's going to be a lot of new characters coming into the game. I'm looking for me, I don't really care about rock, paper, scissors. I care more about that there's at least 3 teams that are meta. That, you know, that you can use, and or 4 teams that are meta that you can use and be successful in what you do. But right now it's Darth Revan, and if you don't have Malik, you're hosed. Again, this goes back to when Darth Traya was the meta, Jedi Knight Revan came out. Jedi Knight Revan basically changed the meta forever because it was 90%. It got to 90% Jedi Knight Revan the second time he came around. Everybody had him. Now it's going to be all Darth Revan, and it's going to be those that have Malik and those that do not have Malik.
Well, but the Jedi Knight Revan meta wasn't quite as bad as we're going to end up seeing with Darth.
It was. Revan I don't know. That 90%, man. Come on.
You could still beat Revan teams with Traya teams. It's just you didn't want to leave Traya on defense because it wouldn't hold. Because Revan would you know, annihilate you. But you could still beat Revan with Traya to climb back to where you were at the time.
It's true. I mean, there are team soft counters that can beat these teams, right? I mean, if you invest the time and energy. I mean, Vince Sill, I still to this day am amazed at how that dude takes bounty hunters and beats everything meta. It's ridiculous. I don't know how he does it. He takes his bounty hunters, he's like, I'm going to find a way to beat this, and he does. It's ridiculous. Before Malik,
that's just
and he's still working. Yeah, so there are people that do that. They just take a team and they just like, I don't care what the meta is, and I have bounty hunters, and I'm going to be and just stomping, and he does. So it can be done. However, he is a special circumstance that's his focus and his passion. You know, Adastra totally is all about Jedis. She doesn't care what the meta is. She's just Jedi. Whether it's Jedi Knight Revan just fell into her lap, but she still wants to find a way. Even though she is now using Darth Revan, she sees that that's the way it's going. I mean, she's not a fool, but she's still looking for a Jedi team that can beat Darth Revan, and she's going to keep going at it. And I know she's excited about the reworks. She'll figure out a way to make that team beat it. So There are people out there that are looking for it, but in all honesty, Darth Revan, the way the meta is going to shake out, it's going to be Darth Revan. And it's going to be Darth Revan with the Team Malak and those that do not have Malak. Because there's some people that got Darth Revan that were not able to get Malak this time around. They just couldn't do it. They didn't have the gear or the Zetas to get their other characters. You know, really the thing that tripped people up was Mission in Zalbar. It was not the dark side. It was Mission in Zalbar. They had worked on them to get Revan and had not really worked on a team because they were not working on a Curacao team. It was not even in their radar. They were working on other things. So there are a lot of people that are going to have Darth Revan that are not going to have Darth Malak. So it's going to be, you know, and with this nerf, it's going to make it even harder for them because now they can't use Marauder or Assassin to speed up their team to try to overcome that. So we'll see what happens.
And that also kind of scares me. The precedence that this change to Malak is also setting. Like, what happens if we come up with another counter that is just as good as the EP? Are they going to nerf that one too?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Are they going to put something into Malak that completely destroys the new faction that you just came up with that counters it?
CG just does not want Emperor Palpatine being the counter to Darth Revan. That's basically what this says. You know, Jedi Knight Revan, they don't care. You know, if you come up with a team with Jedi Knight Revan to beat it. And Jedi Knight Revan can beat the Darth Revan team. It comes down to mods. You know, I've seen it happen. That if their team is faster than yours, you're in trouble. Because Jedi Knight Revan goes, especially on offense. Not so much on defense. You know, on offense, if they're controlling it, I mean, they can knock the crap out of your Darth Revan team because it's just not as... It can happen. So I'm still seeing people with Jedi Knight Revan doing very well in my shard. You know, they don't have Darth Revan, but their mods are ridiculous. You know, so they'll get a couple turns. I'm like, God dang, man, killed my Bastila already. God dang. So that made me really put a lot of health protection on my dark side Bastila. Let me just tell you that right now. All right, Sith Lord 70. Okay, we did that one. Chewie. Question, is Ayla Secura and B2 worth the farm from the guild store? Yeah, they are. I mean...
especially with the upcoming...
Yeah, we don't know what they're going to do. B2 is just a great character in general. He's really great on the droids team. He's great in... I've used him in certain circumstances because, you know, his abilities are really good. If you don't have them, get them. You know, I'm always like... You can take characters and farm them to 7 stars, and some you don't want to ever touch again. But
I think B2 is one of the unsung heroes.
He's a really good character, and so is Ayla. Ayla, I mean,
Ayla is annoying because of her stuns.
Yeah, she's really nasty. But yeah, those are 2 solid characters that you can use. So. I mean, I have them. I think my BT is gear 10. I haven't done anything with the droids yet. The separatist side. I will. But
and somewhere Jedi Master Adastra is smiling because we're talking about Jedi.
I know she loves it. Yeah, go for it, Chewie. Chewie, question. I know you made the video yesterday, but that was Finn. Can we expect a Ranger rant tonight? Can we expect a rant tonight from Ranger? Nah, not on this. Again, I certain things upset me, and I did a clean rant on the stream last week. I just don't rant to rant. This doesn't come to the level for me to rant about. The other stuff did. And then I got in the Discord and went bananas about the whole way they're doing Malak. I didn't have a problem with the power or the difficulty of the event. I thought it was great, but
yeah, when you came in to Discord that one night, it was
the short notice and the
followed by lightning bolts shooting out Ranger's hands.
Yeah, it was more about the blatant money grab. I mean, some people try to argue me that it was not a money grab. It was a money grab. Listen, CG knows what they're doing. God, they know what they're doing, and it was all those people that wasn't the Krakens, and it wasn't free to play. They're not getting anything out of the free to play, and Krakens already have these characters, so this not having an effect on them. It was that middle group of people, your Dolphins, your Mini Wells, your free to play that spends a little bit of money here and there, your minnows, that had gotten Darth Revan, had made the investment, and then had wasted all their crystals and gear and stuff to get Revan. It's like, well, if you really want to be good, you got to get Malik. Will you spend? That was what it came down to.
Yep.
And it caused a panic in a lot of people to get that. The only reason I got it is because Rose Taco hooked me up. I might have been able to do it because I was just needed Canderous. He was the character I needed, but it made it a lot easier. Rose is unbelievable. So I probably would have been like the last day I would have been going for it instead of the first day. So yeah, good Lord. But yeah, that's why they did that. And that's what got me. That's the stuff that gets me more upset. It's changes in the game, things like that. I don't like it, but it's not going to get me to the level of ranting that the monetary stuff does. The monetary stuff is where it drives me up the wall, and I will always call it out the way I see it on that kind of stuff, because I like to be that voice for the community to the game, to Capital Games, saying this is not right. I see what you're doing, and they're not going to get anything on me in a business marketing sense, because that's my degree. That's what I have a degree in. So you're not fooling me. All right, Chewy, thoughts on the Clone Wars reworks and potential new Clone Wars tunes? I like them. You'll see more at 3 p.m. We break down the stuff, and I like the changes to the Anakin, Kenobi, and Ahsoka, and I think we're going to get a lot more Clone Wars stuff. Just trust me, on both sides. Separatists, clones, it's coming. Zalo1111 question: with the new General GR Jedi reworks, Anakin gives offensive up 100% of the time. Does this mean I can finally retire Poe from the Chex Mix? Yes, you can. That's one thing that I saw, is that you can get rid of Poe, and that was the reason why we didn't run Anakin as much as we did Poe, right? Because it wasn't a guarantee. Now that it is, I think you're going to see Anakin in the P3 team. Good point, Zalo.
I agree. And with his ability of his bonus action every time somebody gets reduced to 50% health, that's even better.
All right,
because he's got to be attacked all the time too.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. All right, let me see. There's some more questions.
Oh, we got a question just in from Twitch from Slap Meathead.
Hey, Slap Meathead.
Per devs on the Galactic War Report podcast, Geonosis territory battle map will be the dark side initially. I guess that means, you'll be playing dark side first.
Sure.
Any comments on possible requirements for the map and potential rewards?
Rewards will be light. Let me think.
I'm guessing probably a dark side separatist would be a reward.
Some kind of character.
Like Geonosian, maybe? A fifth Geonosian?
Geonosian Queen, something along those lines. Maybe they mix it up. I mean, there's just because
more bounty hunters.
I try not to look at what they did in the past as what they're going to do in the future. They said this is going to be totally different. I watched them at the Star Wars Celebration, Crumb and those guys, and so it's going to be different. They're treating it differently. There's going to be different things that they're adding to this territory battle.
Mini boss battles.
I think we're about to get we're about to get the nodes for B1 and Droideka. I think you're going to need those. I think you need all the droid characters, separatist characters, for this, mainly for special missions. So that'll be one thing that they're going to do. I think we're going to get some marquee characters, but eventually it's going to switch. There's going to be light side too, just like they did with Hoth. You started with one faction that you had to beat it with, and then it's flipped, right? So you have Hoth on the light side, Hoth on the dark side, and then it'll be Geonosis. It'll start with the dark side, the bad guys, the baddies, and then it'll go to the goodies. So
yeah, I think probably the main requirements for the dark sides will probably be Grievous and his separatist droids.
Yeah, you're gonna need those
for one of the special missions, more than likely. I don't know if they'll do the Geonosians, because as it is, we only have 4 Geonosians, so
possibly they'll have to add another Geonosian. But, so we'll see how it plays out. But there's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that they will do Geonosians, just you'll need, say, Count Dooku.
Yeah.
As the 5th for
well,
that
they've
team.
done that where you need 2 characters. You need Poggle and Dooku, and you can run 3 others. Something like that. So I don't know.
And I know Ouchie doesn't like that idea.
Get ready, no Ouchie. Work your Dooku, Ouchie. You're going to need to. Just wait for Ouchie to just lose her mind. All right, next question from Apropos. One question: are we likely to see Mace Fleet likely return now because of Republic clones getting better? Possibly. We're going to have to see what ships they bring in. I mean...
Oh, good Lord. There is a ton of ships they could bring in from the Clone Wars era.
Yeah. I mean, the reworks on Anakin and Ahsoka have nothing to do with their ships. So, it's not going to have any effect on how good their ships are.
Ooh, I wish it did, though, man. That would be sick good if their ships got better.
Who it is?
That's a Grande.
It's a Grande Pappy Patrone.
Oh, Lord.
I went to the Dock in a Box, not to be confused with that Justin Timberlake song with a similar name.
Right. Please don't say it.
Because I was like, 10 days, we have not been feeling good. My wife said, you have to go to the doctor. I said, okay.
My God. And here's Grande on antibiotics and medication. So this should be a hootenanny. All right.
Yeah, I'm not on medication. I'm just high on life now. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know how I normally am.
Sure you're not.
We got another question in Twitch.
Hey, let's let Grande answer some questions since we got the big deal here.
I'll answer the question.
Fumaborn? I'm sorry, I probably got that name wrong. I apologize. But question, I'm really in love with the OG Falcon, and it has revitalized my interest in ships. Thoughts on another capital ship or more fleet content?
Woo! We need it, brother. I've been saying we need more. Like a year and a half, we've been saying we need more ships content. I mean, you could make an entire game that's just about freaking ships content with Star Wars. They should really, in my mind, focus a lot on this. And I mean, there's a whole Ships 3.0 that we need to go down, man. But I think they could get a lot of people way more interested in fleet. Instead of having it basically just be like a side game inside the game, they could really push it. But yeah, new fleet commander, Malik, Newt Gunray, Grievous. I mean, you could go on and on and on about fleet commanders. I mean, we're getting ready to freaking have a Geonosian battle. How do we not have a separatist fleet commander? I mean, half the battle was in the air, and we don't even have a fleet commander. From the movies, from the prequel movies. So that's the part that really bothers me. And we talked about it. The only way to get people excited about that content is to continue to pump out content that is cool. And with enough content, we could end up with with not a stale meta with ships, right? And it means you got to make some stuff a little bit OP sometimes. And you got to make it where the Mace Windu of ships basically kicks Jango Fett's butt every time. Yeah, you got to have some of those. But they've got a lot they could do there, man. And I really, really, really hope, CG Fugitive, right? For those of you who don't know, Mage Ducky is kind of helping them on the ships thing. And I really, really want them to listen to him because I think he's a very smart guy. And I think that him involved in it, they should probably be able to do really, really good with ships, and they just need to keep pushing forward on it.
All right. Next question from Chewy Grande. He says, question, a Qui-Gon rework gave an influence over Anakin and Kenobi. What do you think?
Yeah, they need to rework Qui-Gon, man. I mean, he used to be awesome. Remember back when back in the day, he was everybody's leader. Like, you would run Qui-Gon lead, and the rest of your people weren't even Jedis. I mean, it was the craziest thing, right? We used to run Qui-Gon lead, and lead only affected Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think Qui-Gon's a little bit squishy. His total HP is not very good, and his damage is not high enough. So either we need to up his damage, or we need to up his survivability. I think his kit's still okay. What do you think? I think his kit's fine.
No, there's a little tweaking.
It needs to be updated. It needs to be
maybe a little bit of updating, but I think more of the problem is that his health and protection ain't there.
No.
So yeah, definitely, because now we're getting tunes that are like, 50k HP and 50k protection base. It's just the older characters just can't keep up.
Look, I'm telling you right now, Qui-Gon and Mace Windu should basically be able to, they should be able to wreck some fools, right? Qui-Gon and Mace Windu together, right? I should be able to say, I want to run Qui-Gon, Mace Windu, and like Grandmaster Yoda, and I'm just in there wrecking some fools, man.
All right. Next question.
Wait. Plus, don't you actually need? I think for one of the freaking quests, you actually have to win like 20 PvP battles with Qui-Gon.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a thing.
Yeah,
it is a thing. That is a thing, Grande.
Okay.
All right. Next question. We got a couple more. Then we got to wrap it up.
Okay.
So, Chicken asked question: star up current clones or hoard for future unreleased clones?
I would hold off for now because the rumor mill has been running, and the dude that has been consistent on his supposed information for leaks said that there's more clones coming, and I think it would be logical that CG does add a more selection of clones to the game for this, because there was more
I'm
than.
I'm going to tell you to gear up 2. Are you ready? I'm going to tell you to gear up 2. Gear up Rex and gear up 5s if you're gonna do it right. It's a safe hedge. They both got ships right now. 5s makes teams with General Kenobi already, and Rex is a great leader. So if you're gonna put time and money and investment into 2 of them, put time, money, investment into those 2. Hedge your bet. You got 2. You're still working on the best 2, and let's leave the others alone for right now.
I agree. We have one last question from on Twitch from Neo Venom. How about Anakin's custom Jedi Starfighter from the first Clone Wars cartoon? The blue one?
And we've already got an Anakin. I unless we get another Anakin ain't getting the second ship. As sucky as that sounds, I don't disagree, but we've never seen one pilot with 2 ships yet. And I don't think we're going to see it today, which means we have to get a new Anakin in order to get a new ship, which is kind of sucky. Yeah.
I'm kind of sad that they did the whole pilot things for ships, because
I'm telling you, if they really want to do it, they're gonna. I mean, they got to bite the bullet, man. They have to decouple. They have to basically let us put whatever pilot we want in whatever ship. They have to be able to say. They have to be able to let us laugh and put an Ewok in a freaking X-wing or a Y-wing, right? As silly and dumb as it sounds, the thing is they've said that this is like the Kenner toys. Well, you know what? If it's like the Kenner toys, it means I got to throw a Jawa in my X-wing and laugh about it, and fly it around with my buddy Ranger J 1999 and say, "Hey Ranger, look at the dumb stuff I did. I got a Jawa flying around in an X-wing," and Ranger gets to go, "Grande, that's just dumb, but it is funny," and then we'd sit there and laugh about it. And then we'd move on, right? I mean, that's what they have to do. That's it, dude. They have to decouple.
All right. Let's get to these last couple questions. Chewy. Question. I like it, but what's up with the 3 p.m. video drops? Supplement to Wednesday nights, or just trying to become the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes afternoon news? No, we're just putting out more videos, and that's what we're dropping them. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's not little videos. We don't. I mean, look, we do hour-long videos. Some people love that. Some people don't have time for the hour-long videos, right? So I totally support what Ranger and Infinity have kind of started with that. Super great.
There you go. Hell, next question. Mission Zeta before Zalbar Zeta or vice versa? Nope, Mission.
Mission.
I did it the other way. I'm just going to say. I did it the other way. I'm not sure that was the best idea. Right?
Yeah, but you're a special case.
I'm not saying I did it the right way.
This is how you did it.
This just how I did it. Yeah. I mean, if you do one, you're gonna end up doing the other, right? So, there you go.
Tony Bobe, question: anyone know any Malik counters? I got Darth Revan, but no Malik.
Check out my video, bro.
Dude, bruh. What's your video about, bruh?
My video is about doing it with freaking Jedi Knight Revan and Hermit Yoda, man. You could totally, and I kill a 7-star Malik with that damn team.
There you go.
Yeah, and I do it every day. I mean, I didn't do it yesterday. I was feeling bad. Kind of slept like halfway through my payout and only made it up to 8 because I was not feeling great. But every other day, except for yesterday when I wasn't feeling good, I do it.
And Galaxy Heroes is being stupid. Well, that's the perfect time to end the stream. God. So, shout out to everybody that joined us today. That's all the time for questions we have. So, thank you guys for being here. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. There was an error with your connection. Of course there was. And then now it comes back. Stupid ass.
And yeah, if you're on Twitch, make sure to hit that little heart icon to follow us.
Follow us on Twitch. Absolutely.
Appreciate everybody over there all the time now.
So glad to have everybody that's over there. Follow us on Twitch. Get ready for our big Wednesday night stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. Give us a thumbs up on the YouTube channel. Check out our Patreon. And yeah, we'll get ready for the big.
And don't forget to click the little bell icon so you're getting notified.
Well, supposedly you're supposed to get, but it ain't been happening, man. So, but yeah, that's it for us today. So thanks for stopping in and joining us. Check out we got the video coming at 3, and then tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern we'll have the longest running live show in the community. We're bringing down the latest and greatest of news and notes and give you a little bit of insight of what it all means. And we'll stream both. We'll do it on YouTube and Twitch like we have been. So on behalf of myself, Grande Pappy Patron, and of course Grim the Mechanic, thank you guys for stopping in. Have a great rest of your hump day, and we will holler at you later. Peace.